of us have flown in an aircraft. You may have seen them land, take off, and have seen them flying above us in the sky. However, have you ever been left wondering how they navigate their way safely through our skies? Papua New Guinea Air Services Limited is the country's only entity to provide air traffic control services. Here on Women's World, we proudly introduce to you the women who control our skies. From managing households to now managing the skies, how many of you are aware of the team of women who control the air traffic? Their primary business is to provide air navigation services to the domestic and international airline operators who use PNG airspace, with the vision to be a world-class air navigation service provider.
Irene Narakou. I'm from Manus. I graduated from uni. And this is my second going on to third year working with PNG Air Services.
My name is Lillian. I'm from East Sepik, but I live and work in Agen.
My name is Stella Junenberry. I joined PNG Air Services in January 2013 as an ATC cadet. I then got my ATS assistant rating in 2015. I moved over to the simulator, working as a simulator support officer, and now currently I am the simulator coordinator.
I am Benedette Sirmai. I am 55. I've been with the company. Well, we were a civil aviation agency with all kinds of entities. I worked there for more than 35 years.
I'm Judy Amani from Probaulis, New Britain. I joined the Department of Civil Aviation in 1982 and have been in the industry since.
Previously, PNG ASL sent their air traffic control cadets to either Singapore or New Zealand to undergo aerodrome control courses prior to commencing operation training in Papua New Guinea. This training model was costly and did not provide training on aerodromes or airspace that was representative of Papua New Guinea. Now, with their own simulator, a course has been developed and delivered by a group of PNG ASL training specialists, the majority of whom are women. This is a reflection of PNG ASL's aspirations to provide equal opportunities to all staff and to foster a professional workplace focused on safe delivery of air traffic services.
For the tower course or the aerodrome control, this is a far cry from what we used to have. We used to have the trainees ourselves, walking around the aerodrome and pretending to be aeroplanes. It was not very practical because tower controllers have to identify different types of aeroplanes, and because they have different speeds and characteristics, and that's a very important part of a tower controller.
As a simulator coordinator, basically I manage the simulator facilities, making sure that the simulator is all up and running for the ATC training to be held in there. I also coordinate with the instructors and develop exercises for the ATC training as per their requirements and outcomes. And I also help assist the instructors develop the course for the ATS training.
On Friday, the 3rd of June 2016, the first batch of in-house trained graduates was celebrated, two of which are women, Irene Narakou and Lillian Kutkue.
So I've been working with the aviation industry, this civil aviation, for 26 years. But I never got to this such training, so they have to brought me in for licenses purposes. I have to have this training to get my licenses.
So back in my school days, I didn't know that there was a job as an air traffic controller. We only knew about like teachers and doctors, the common ones. So we didn't know about this job. Till I came and I worked here now, I started to understand what air traffic controller is about, what we usually do.
You should all be very proud of yourselves. The company should be proud of what we've achieved. This is a world-class product, and we can now train more up-and-coming young people to be aerodrome controllers.
The new state-of-the-art air traffic control simulator provides an immersive 240-degree visualization of the airport and surrounds, allowing trainees to become accustomed to cues that will be used in real operations here in Papua New Guinea.
This facility is going to enable us to do all our training here, including area controls, approach control, and also aerodrome training. It's as I said, it's a huge achievement, not just for PNG itself, but for the aviation industry. Apart from the cost savings that this state-of-the-art simulator training facility will bring on, you'll find that the training that is conducted here is more realistic to our environment and our air traffic control procedures, whereas the overseas training is generic based on their overseas procedures, so they have to retrain here in the actual control tower to consolidate the procedures here. So it is again a very, very important achievement for us. The training facility itself, as you'll see, is the state-of-the-art facility. I've seen other training facilities, including aircraft simulators. This one is really advanced. It's a 3D 240-degree simulator training facility that provides a realistic environment in terms of imagery and 3D imagery, and provides the students a realistic environment where actual scenarios can be developed.
In the future, it probably might attract people from the other Pacific nations to come in and do their training, tower training in PNG.
From managing households to now managing the skies, these air traffic control women are definitely a force to be reckoned with. Here we take a look at the daily operations of an air traffic controller, the challenges they've had to overcome as women, and what the future holds for them. Each day they handle large volumes of air traffic flying in and over Papua New Guinea. But how do they do it? How do they navigate aircraft safely to their destinations?
With the links of roads connecting different towns and provinces poorly maintained, all eyes are now on the aviation industry to provide air transportation to fill this gap. Airline operators provide flight services, and government regulates the industry. A lot more happens behind the scenes to support air transportation services.
It's just like a traffic officer on the road. That's what we basically do. We just maintain, we make sure that aircrafts are separated, they're flying safely, and that people flying in the aircraft are safe.
Think of it as a highway network in the sky. Our airspace is crisscrossed with well-established airway corridors that we can think of like roads. They're usually 10 miles wide and at least 1,000 feet high, and they run up and down and side to side across Papua New Guinea. By using these sky roads and by following trusted navigational procedures, our air traffic controllers can ensure there is the required separation between aircrafts, particularly where airways cross. And that separation, keeping the distance between aircrafts, is the key to a safe operation.
The approach radar, the position, our responsibility is to ensure safe, orderly and expeditious flow of traffic within 50-mile radius of Jackson's Airport. The departing aircraft and as well as We set up a arriving sequence for the aircraft approaching to land. And during 10 miles, we transferred to the tower controllers where they cleared the aircraft to land.
On average, these air traffic controllers navigate and control into landing and takeoff a total of 150 aircrafts a day at Jackson's Air Base. On a busy day, however, they control over 200 flights. Controllers in the tower are responsible for the aircraft's landing, taking off, and for coordinating ground movement. And almost as soon as your aircraft is airborne, it is then passed on to another team of controllers. Each air traffic control officer handles the various different sectors, communicating on the respective frequencies, guiding along each aircraft into landing. With the level of risk attached to the job and the hectic shift work, one can only imagine the pressure put on these amazing women. It has been called the most stressful job in the world. If they make one mistake, or one slip of the tongue, or moment of forgetfulness, it could mean disaster.
From the start, just the shift work, we had to adjust, get used to, mainly like mothers leaving your child at home and coming to work. Those are some of the challenges, but we have overcome those challenges.
In the past, as we all know, most of the organizations are male-dominated, but now you can see aviation industry is one that they're getting more female than male. For me as a simulator coordinator, it is very challenging, stressful at times. Sometimes I'm under pressure, but I guess it's my passion for the job that makes me take a day at a time, and I love my job. I love everything about it, so I get to learn new things like every day.
I think, will I do it? Can I make it among all these men? And it was a challenge, but within myself, I said, they are human beings just like me, and I can do it. And that's where the challenges started. But they were all good. They were, like, we were all a team, and we worked together, and that was sort of probably one of the reasons you're sort of able to make it, because the men worked together with us, and we were able to work together as a team. In fact, in this profession, traffic control, it is mostly teamwork. And if there's no teamwork, you can't do your job. It's very difficult. As you know that our job is safety related, we can't afford not to work together.
Most ATC veterans are looking towards retirement. The next generation of air traffic controllers are needed.
Well, I said I was 55. What I would like to do is train someone else to take over, because I can't be here forever. So my sort of focus now is I can have someone with me to be able to do what I'm doing, because I'm 55. In 3 years I'll be 58, and then 5 years I'll be 60. And also there's sort of like just challenges. When I worked at the operations center, there's different type of airplanes that are always evolving, different challenges also. So it's good to have someone from the field where we can train them to carry on what they're doing. But it's very essential to develop someone younger.
Women can do anything. As long as you put your mind to it and you give it your best, you can do anything. So being an air traffic controller is really exciting. And I would encourage young women out there to why not be an air traffic controller.
If they want to join, they can always, because nothing is impossible with the focus. And the thing that they have to focus on is their attitude and their mindset. They must stay focused on what they are trying to do and get to where they are.
Yeah, I would encourage women out there to join PNG ASL. PNG ASL has given a lot of opportunities to female officers. I would say the number of staff at Jackson's at the moment, the female officers are, say, 42, and male about 37. That's currently on the operational roster. That's besides training and all that. So I believe PNG ASL has given a lot of opportunity to women out there. So for those who want to join, Whenever there's a recruitment out, please do apply.
Okay, to the young Papua New Guineans, if you wish to build your career in aviation industry, I assure you with no regrets that you will love everything about aviation, just like I did, as long as you have the passion to do so.
Given the vast terrain that our country has to offer, it has equipped these women with the skills that match and even outclass the rest of the world. These women and their male counterparts are among the best ATCs in the world, which goes to prove that if you can fly and even control air traffic in Papua New Guinea, you can do the same in any part of the world. So the next time you take off, remember the dedicated air traffic control team watching over you.
Welcome back to Women's World. Now to women's empowerment development around the world. Over to the Republic of Zambia. Zambian President Edgar Lungu recently launched a $65 million Girls and Women's Empowerment Project that will support 89,000 women and girls with business and education financial empowerment. The project, known as Girls Education and Women Empowerment and Livelihoods, aims to increase access to livelihood support for poor rural women and access to secondary school education for poor rural girls in 51 districts. The project is funded by the World Bank. The project is described as unique as it brings together collaboration between 3 government ministries to tackle the common problem: the Ministries of Gender, Community and General Education. It's also described as a milestone in the promotion of women's lives, building a stronger and more cohesive system of social protection in the country. In the United States of America, the White House held a women's conference at the Walter E. Washington Convention Center titled United State of Women. Earlier this month, among the women to attend were First Lady Michelle Obama and Oprah Winfrey, who spoke about women's empowerment.
We are the United State of Women.
The United State of Women.
The United State of Women.
And when we do better, everyone does better. You with us? Then listen up.
When we work, we get paid.
The same as everyone else.
Doing the same job.
We will be the boss.
Of a company.
Of our company.
Of a whole empire.
Sounds good, right? We
are the United State of Women.
Somos el Estado Unido de la Mujer.
We are in charge of our own bodies.
Every beautiful part.
Every powerful part.
Every which way we want to use them.
It's our choice when to say yes and when to say no.
Because duh. Literally duh.
We're earning more college degrees than ever.
We're coding like it's nobody's business, doing whatever we want.
Like it's nobody's business.
Because we have ideas.
Game-changing ideas.
World-changing ideas.
This is our movement.
Turning struggle into strength.
We're not done. We're definitely not done.
So when we stand with us.
We are the United State of Women.
The United State
of Women.
And we stand stronger when we stand together.
Today, we'll change tomorrow.
Together, we got this. We got this.
In Pakistan, the Pakistani Ministry of Information Technology is going to establish 150 women empowerment centers as part of their government's project called ICT for Girls. The centers are described to provide quality IT education under a Microsoft-led program to thousands of young girls from a disadvantaged background. These centers will be equipped with state-of-the-art computer labs and broadband connectivity. The Microsoft Digital Skills program follows 4 C's, each being computing, coding, communication, and coaching. These 4 modules are said to increase the employability potential of women, which in turn would result into greater empowerment for them. And to Italy, Rome, the capital city of Italy, recently elected its first female mayor in its nearly 3,000 years of existence. Lawyer Virginia Raggi, 37, won the contest, pledging the start of a new era. Other countries in the Asia-Pacific region where women have served or continue to serve as mayors include Philippines, Malaysia, Bangladesh, China, Australia, New Zealand, and many more. Women in positions of leadership in politics, the judiciary, administration, academia, businesses, industry, science and technology, civil society, and sports, among others, have distinguished themselves by their immense contributions to their societies and nations and to the world. And that concludes this edition of Women's World. Catch up with daily news on women's development on our Facebook page or watch our episodes online at emtv.com.pg. If you have a story you'd like to share, you can contact us via our address showing on your screen. I'm Irene Moyobasi, wishing you a pleasant evening. Until next time, take care and enjoy the rest of your viewing on your number one to watch, EMTV.